Hey there friends, I'm Jack Taylor and this is a guide to recording your guitars the right way. On professional terms, the way that us modern artists undertake the guitar recording is in a more modernized and complex way, and it's not just recording the guitars all the way through when we could just do it on different sections. It's important to get the right guitar takes for your music. However, if you're not doing this professionally and your guitar takes suck, so will your music. I often receive mixes from bands that have poorly produced and recorded guitar takes, and one of these common issues includes sloppy playing, they're out of time, they're out of tune, they're faulty ground, and the identical left and right signal that's making it a mono signal. And that's why I'm not only making this video to help reach out to you guys, but also demonstrate the right way of recording your guitars, how you should record your guitars, and how you can make guitar recording much more easier for you. I have been doing production and mixing for over 5 years now. Although I've never worked for a company or showcased any of my earlier recordings, I have instrumental covers and original music on YouTube that you can simply go check out right now. Now, I just want to mention before we get started in this video, if you found that this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts or anything that you learned from this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you're into modern metalcore, production, sick mixes, and nerding out on audio gear. If you're generous enough and you want to support my music career, I have a Patreon page where you can get instant access to the Discord server, .wav files, Guitar Pro tab files, the mix stems, and the raw multi-track audio files. The link is in the description below. Feel free to support me, and massive shout out to my Patreon members shown up on the screen for their endless support. Thank you guys so much for your unconditional support. Now with that said, let's get on with the video. So I have this project here that I'm doing for my next upload, which is another original piece of music that I'm going to be doing. I'm using Get Good Drum's latest drum plugin, which is called One Kit Wonder Brutal. For the bass track, we are using Gym Bass, which I've not even got the second one, but it's there and we're using it. And for the guitar sounds, just to quickly go through this rig, we're using the Ibanez Axiom label plugged into the Spline Laboratories Cathedral pedal, then into the Archetype Gojira X, which is by Neuro DSP. So we got our guitar tone out of this. It's then going through the GDD Studio Cabs Contender, which is also the newest plugin. So before we get started with this guitar recording, make sure you change out your strings, because strings deteriorate over time, which they'll become floppy, they'll sound dull, and they go out of tune easily. So best get a fresh new set to get the best optimal sound for your recordings. I've already changed my strings out, so I'm all set to go. Should you know, we are recording our guitars using DI through this PreSonus 26C audio interface, which delivers a clean signal from your guitar. Make sure you adjust the input gain and it's not redlining, in other words, clipping. Otherwise the signal will sound nasty and you don't want that happening. And once you've done that, we can now move on to tuning your guitar. Keeping your guitar in tune is the most crucial part of your guitar recording. That ensures better harmonization with the other guitars. So to do that, we're going to make sure that our guitar is in tune by using the Neuro DSP plugin that has its own built-in tuner that I'm going to be using right now. So let's make sure that this guitar is in tune. Alright, so we got a fresh set of strings, we got in tune, now we're ready to record. To record, we're going to have a 2-bar counting because it's easier and then it ensures that we're ready to record. So we'll do that. So I will now record my first part. So now that we've done that, we can do the other guitar track, which is the right channel. So we record 2 of them, so give them a listen to make sure that they're in time with each other. So in which case, if you feel like it's out of time, then don't worry about it, because later in this stage, after you're done recording, you can go to edit your guitars, which I won't do in this video. It'll be for the next one. However, if you do struggle to keep in time, then you're going to need to use what's called a metronome. So the metronome is there to help you keep in time. It's not there to throw you off or anything, if that's what you're going to excuse. If you're a Reaper user like me, you can actually get a click source for it. So what you do is you have your track here, make sure there's nothing on it. You go to Insert, click source, and then you have your click there. Or otherwise you can go up to this metronome icon and you can actually enable it by just left clicking on it, and then there's your metronome. Next we're going to have a pre-roll function. A pre-roll gives you a few seconds or a few bars before it starts recording without you ever having to record over your previous guitar tracks that you just done. And we're going to use it. So what you have to do is you go up to this metronome icon that I said about, but this time you're going to right click onto it. So you right click, you come down to pre-roll, which is right here. You toggle pre-roll before recording, pre-roll measures, which is in bars. So we put 2 bar, and then that's it, you're ready to go. So let's start recording with this pre-roll. If you do find that you've played quite sloppy like I just did on the end of it, then that means you're going to have to retake it again. So we're going to retake this again once more, and then if it's good, we'll keep it. And if you think that guitar take is good, then keep it. I think it's good, so we're gonna keep it. There's also one thing that I want to mention is if you ever find that the guitar part that you're thinking into your head, you think you can play it, but it's actually quite hard to play it through the recording. Maybe you can play it live, but through the recording, you try to play it and it sounds absolutely sloppy. So if you want to fix that, then we're going to not just record over it, but we're going to make a different take that we can just build with it, if that makes sense. And I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, around here. So if you want to slice that up, then take it off, and then you just record over here. So make sure you have your pre-roll on there, and then we'll record over it. And there you have it. So in which case, if you struggle to try record a guitar part, then this is the way forward. So utilize that. Although I'm quite fast at guitar playing, so I'm going to go back to how I had it. So now we can do the other guitar take, which I won't do this time on camera. So I'm going to do it off camera just because there's no point. Once again, let's check to make sure our guitar is in tune before we record the rest of our guitar parts. So go back into this Neuro DSP plugin, then check the tuning. We're all in tune, so let's do it. Just one quick tip, if you're listening to the metronome with the music but you're still struggling to keep in time, then what I would suggest is try use your leg, which you might have seen me just do it just now, but I've been using my leg. This would help me keep in time. So if you utilize it, this may help you get through the recording nicely. I still wouldn't suggest with the metronome off, because obviously you need this to keep in time just to ensure a better professional standard recording. So I'll finish the rest of this and then we can move on to the very last bit of this track. So the next part I want to do is the breakdown section, which is the very last part of this tutorial. And how we're going to get it to sound quite filthy is going to have to go through quad tracking. If you've not heard of quad tracking, it's when you have 4 guitar tracks. You have 2 of them panned left and 2 of them panned right. We're not just going to record 2 tracks and then copy and paste them, because you're going to end up getting phasing issues and it's going to sound completely crap. So don't do that. We're going to record them individually, which I will show you. So here, as you can see, I recorded them already. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate these tracks, So we'll duplicate those, wait for it. And then we're going to get rid of the rest of these tracks, which is right here. Oh, actually, hang on. This is wrong. Let me sort that. Okay, I fixed it now. So without further ado, let's do this. So for this breakdown, so when there's one guitar playing, we won't record that guitar part. We're going to wait till the drums, the bass, everything comes in. Then we'll do the other one. So there we have the quad tracks. So the whole point of doing quad tracks is we have the normal guitar tone, but the other tracks which we've quadded is for the low end. So we're going to need to use those guitar tracks to then EQ the high end out of it. And they'll also need to be quietened down as well, so that you get this more like low end thud, like just a slight low end thud. And with that exactly what I just done, just having the same guitar tone, that's not what you do quads for. But even for EQing this, you know, we're also going to pitch this an octave down so that you get this gnarly low end feel to it. But that will be for the mixing stage, which we're not going to do today because this is all about recording your guitars the right way, but I'll do it in a separate video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you've learned anything from this, comment below and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. And I hope you all have a good day, and ciao for now.